You manage $10 million contract. Everyone says you're brilliant. Every day, something at work triggers something in you that was installed when you were a kid. You work on 120 hours. Nobody says thank you. You keep going because stopping means freezing. You let a coworker take credit for your work, not because you're nice, because shining was dangerous at home. When I made any single noise at home, I was the terrorist in the house. I got screamed at, punished for existing. A coworker disapproval can reactivate a mother's guilt face, the never enough face. Being ignored for overdoing reactivates the never rewarded loop. You don't sleep, you overthink. Your body won't wake up in an open. You apologize for existing in an open space. I, personally, was raised as a monster. At 22, a friend of mine told me, "You're a good guy." I had never heard it ever before in my life. I could not believe it. I was literally shocked. For the next 2 to 3 years, I was like, really? I didn't know how to make a single choice. I had been in more than 20 countries in the world. I had intelligence, empathy, social skills, and zero connection to who I actually was. My comfort zone was not comfort. It was a death zone, permanent state of small death. That small death matter is really signifies a lot. Many people and many survivors go through that. You are used to bring darkness everywhere, to put darkness where it's not needed, to darken the good moments you have with people. One day, not so far from now, 1.5 years ago, I went to a mentor of mine, the greatest spiritual mentor I've ever had. I asked him about it because I feared telling anybody about that my whole life. I actually told him, this is very weird. I never wished I would hurt myself. Never ever. And I know it's a very sensitive subject to talk about. And it's very hard. I'm telling my own story here now. But I've always had this feeling of small death. And I knew he would understand. I was just not ready enough to talk about it with him before. I told him, do you know what it is? I would like not to be here anymore, but I don't wish myself no harm. I'm not thinking of doing anything wrong. That's the weird part. He told me, I know exactly what you're thinking about. I know exactly what you mean. That was kind of a relief because you would be telling that to anybody. They'll be like, you're in danger. And I'm telling you right here, right now. I'm the doctor. If you're in danger, go consult a specialist. Don't risk yourself with any bad move. I'm not licensed. I'm just sharing my own story with high performing survivors like me, bringing my piece on the table here. It actually takes time to feel like you can confess what you have in mind. The questions you've been asking yourself for a long time. And for this long period of time, time's long. You wish you told people before, but I was overwhelmed. I couldn't differentiate the good from the bad. I had years of taking a step back. Years and years. Yet, couldn't mention it. Could do many things. Not confess that. Not yet. You keep feeling like you cannot trust people. One of the problems I had for a long time was that I would see anybody like an enemy. Someone eventually told me, people are not your enemies. I don't wish you no harm. At the same time, people breach you. Because if you're soft, most of them will break you. Whether you're a man or woman. If you're a woman and you're broken, some man will break you even more. If you're a man and you're broken, a woman would break you even more. Nobody makes an exception, and we're all equal in front of trauma. There are simply trauma scales, and you get triggered. By the way, based on my experience, I created a free trigger map for the high performing survivors. The link is down there, it's free. It will help you map your top 3 triggers to move on faster and better. I fixed myself over the years by myself. I built my own system, that's what I'm sharing. At some point, I realized the mask I was wearing as a kid. And I was an adult already. I was killing my career already. For years, I thought. Even though the work had already started for me long ago, I thought, that's done. I made it. You make it day by day, week by week, year by year. That's the recovery path. And for us, comfort zone is a death zone. The shift is realizing you've been running someone else's software since forever. This is not like you're living someone else's life. Go realize your dreams. Go make it happen. This is not it. To protect yourself, for example, you got tics and tucks. I had so many when I was a kid. You think I'm crazy. Now, I'm stoic as hell. People in the professional world would not get it. they, they couldn't get used to it. I was like, man, you don't know what I've been through. And still to that day, I got relatives. I cannot tell that too. I cannot tell them, you don't know the shit I've been through. And they're always like, at some point, why don't you fucking move on? And most of them deny their own trauma. They deny their own failures because it's a mix between finding your inner peace and accomplishing yourself on the outside. You were sabotaged to do both things. You were sabotaged to set yourself free, to make your dreams come true, and to actually find peace with yourself. Spirituality, inner alignment. Of course, there are some people scared of accomplishing their dreams. They are. They do exist. You don't do it because you're fucked up. You were doomed. Somehow, you allowed yourself to accomplish. And accomplishing became your only inner strength. This is about loving yourself as much as being proud of yourself. The metaphor I've always liked to use to illustrate that. Imagine yourself in a car, the car that never stops, across the valley, mountains, deserts. The car is you on the outside. On the back seat, you have a flower, a plant. This flower is your inner self. The car is what you built yourself for your life. I'm actually struggling with the sand right now. The car is your career, your external success. Sometimes the engine breaks down. You must fix it. The car stops. You must build things from scratch. Start things over. Take a step back. And cars leak. Sometimes you have to change a bulb. Another time, it needs important repair. While on the back seat, there is this plant. And you must cuddle her. You must take care of her. Whether you're a man or a woman, you must take care of yourself. You must congratulate yourself. You must listen to your feelings. You must develop, whether you're a man or woman, your feminine and masculine energy. You don't fix things by making your car the fastest car on earth only. And you don't fix things by putting your sensitivity on the table all the time. That brings two perspectives. Values, qualities are used completely differently depending on whether you're taking care of the flower or the car. At work, identify the triggers, link them with your childhood triggers. That's the trigger map. Name the mask. Don't say, no, I'm no specialist. Name it. Then deactivate. Deactivation is time investing on yourself. Use time at first, less and less over time. You compound this time over the years, like business. It's massive efforts early, peace later. If this resonates, subscribe. I post one of these every week. See you in the next one.